The Endless Mansion. It started with an invitation. 5 college friends, Claire, Liam, Eva, Mark, and Sarah, received identical letters written on old parchment. The letter spoke of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to explore Vandermeer Manor, a mansion thought to be destroyed decades ago in a fire. The host, who signed as Mr. Ashcroft, promised a generous reward for documenting the estate. Intrigued, they drove deep into the countryside, arriving at midnight. The mansion loomed large against the moonlit sky, its windows like black eyes. Though the exterior seemed weathered by time, the front door creaked open as if welcoming them. Inside, the mansion was pristine. Chandeliers sparkled, the scent of fresh wood polish hung in the air, and a fire roared in the grand fireplace. "This place is perfect," Claire whispered. But as they began to explore, things grew strange. The corridors stretched longer than they should. A door leading to the dining room one moment might open to a library the next. Every clock in the house ticked at a different speed, some even running backward. When Sarah suggested they leave, the group realized something horrifying. The front door was gone. Desperation set in as the mansion began to play tricks. Familiar rooms disappeared, and new ones emerged in their place. Each room carried its own danger. The study had books that whispered secrets about their pasts, turning friends against one another. The ballroom played haunting music, forcing Mark and Eva into a trance-like dance that nearly ended with them collapsing from exhaustion. The group found a map hanging in the hall, hoping it would guide them. But as they tried to use it, the ink shifted, turning the map into a swirling mass of incomprehensible symbols. Liam was the first to hear the voices. At night, faint whispers echoed from behind the walls, calling his name. When he followed the sound, he saw figures out of the corner of his eye, shadows moving just beyond the reach of light. The group soon discovered that the mansion wasn't empty. The residents were former visitors, now twisted and grotesque. Their hollow eyes and disjointed movements revealed their torment. They warned the group in cryptic phrases, "Stay away from the Red Room. The clock in the attic holds the key. Whatever you do, don't look in the mirror after midnight." Despite the warnings, the group stumbled into the Red Room. The walls dripped with blood, and a large, ornate mirror stood in the center. Inside the mirror, their reflections moved independently, whispering their darkest fears and guilts. Ava, overcome with guilt about a betrayal she had hidden from the group, screamed as her reflection stepped out of the mirror and attacked her. In the chaos, the others fled, leaving Eva behind. The survivors followed the residents' cryptic clues, reaching the attic. There, an ancient grandfather clock stood. Its hands moved erratically, and each chime seemed to distort time itself. Claire deduced that the clock was the mansion's heart, controlling the shifting rooms and trapping its victims. Mark, however, argued that destroying it might doom them all. As the group debated, Sarah vanished into the shadows, her scream echoing through the mansion. Now only Claire, Liam, and Mark remained. Claire decided to stop the clock, believing it was their only way out. But as she tried to move the hands, the mansion fought back. Walls closed in, shadows lunged at them, and the room began to collapse. Mark sacrificed himself, holding off the shadows to give Claire and Liam enough time. Claire managed to align the clock's hands to midnight, and the mansion began to tremble violently. The next thing Claire and Liam knew, they were outside, lying on the cold ground. The mansion was gone, replaced by an empty field. But as they walked away, Claire noticed her shadow flickering unnaturally. Liam's reflection in a nearby puddle didn't move when he did. The mansion hadn't let them go. It had followed them. Months later, another group of friends received the same invitation. This time, it was signed by Ms. Claire Vandermeer.